Hello everyone, welcome to Current Affairs MCQs program. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, on which of the following International Civil Aviation Day is observed? 7th December, 8th December, 9th December or 6th December? The correct answer is option A, 7th December. International Civil Aviation Day was established in 1994 as part of ICAO's 50th anniversary activities. In 1996, pursuant to an ICAO initiative and with the assistance of the Canadian government, the United Nations General Assembly officially recognized 7 December as International Civil Aviation Day in the UN system. In recognition of ICAO's 75th anniversary, the Council selected the following theme: 75 years of connecting the world for the 2019 celebrations. Through the end of 2023, the Council has decided that the theme will be Advancing Innovation for Global Aviation Development. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Now, let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements regarding the term pulsars recently seen in the news. 1. These are rotating neutron stars. 2. They have weak magnetic field. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Recently, the Australian Square Kilometre Array Pathfinder, that is ASKAP, astronomers have discovered a new pulsar which has been named PSR J10325804. Pulsars are rotating neutron stars observed to have pulses of radiation at very regular intervals that typically range from milliseconds to seconds. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Pulsars have very strong magnetic fields which funnel jets of particles out along the two magnetic poles. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. These accelerated particles produce very powerful beams of light. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, sometime seen in the news, the group of companies doctrine was first recognized by the Indian Supreme Court in which of the following? State of Odisha versus Ram Bahadur Thapa, Chloro Controls India Private Limited versus Severn Trent Water Purification Inc., K.M. Nanavati versus the State of Maharashtra, or Sushil Sharma versus State of Delhi. The correct answer is option B, Chloro Controls India Private Limited versus Severn Trent Water Purification Inc. Recently, a constitution bench of the Supreme Court held that an arbitration agreement can bind non-signatories as per the group of companies doctrine. The group of companies doctrine states that a company that is a non-signatory to an arbitration agreement would be bound by the agreement if such a company is a member of the same group of companies that signed the agreement. The group of companies principle dictates that even if a company has not directly signed an arbitration agreement, it can still be subject to the terms of that agreement if it belongs to the same corporate group as the company that did sign the agreement. The doctrine was first recognized by the Indian Supreme Court in Chloro Controls India Private Limited versus Severn Trent Water Purification Inc. 2013. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, what is the IUCN status of the Megamouth shark sometime seen in the news? Critically endangered, threatened, least concern, or endangered? The correct answer is option C, least concern. Recently, a very rare and special kind of deep sea shark called the Megamouth shark was found on a beach in the Philippines. This shark can be as heavy as 2,700 pounds and grows between 14 and 17 feet long. It's known for its big soft head and really large mouth. Megamouth sharks live in deep warm waters in the Atlantic, Indian and Pacific Oceans, mostly between the 40° north and 40° south latitudes. The IUCN status of the Megamouth shark is least concern. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the multiple sclerosis. 1. It is a chronic disease of the central nervous system. 2. It affects men more than women. 3. It has no cure. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. Recently, researchers have reported that in the years leading up to a diagnosis of multiple sclerosis, individuals were more likely to have depression, constipation, urinary tract infections, and sexual problems. Multiple sclerosis is a chronic condition that affects the central nervous system. Hence, statement 1 is correct. In multiple sclerosis or MS, the body's immune system mistakenly attacks myelin, which is the protective coating around the nerves in the brain and spinal cord. The disease is more common in women than in men and is typically diagnosed in people between the ages of 20 to 40, though it can occur at any age. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. There is no cure for multiple sclerosis. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the elephant endotheliotropic herpes virus. 1. It is a double-stranded DNA virus. 2. It's one of the treatments is antiviral therapy. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Recently, the ICAR, Indian Veterinary Research Institute in Azatnagar, Bareilly, has successfully determined the specific prevalence and types of elephant endotheliotropic herpes virus or EEHV that are present within the Asian elephant population in India. This virus is a double-stranded DNA type belonging to the Herpesviridae family. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Infected elephants may exhibit signs like decreased appetite, nasal discharge, and swollen glands. Treatment involves a combination of antiviral medications, intensive fluid therapy to combat bleeding, immune-boosting drugs like selenium and vitamin C, E, and fever-reducing and pain-relieving medications. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, recently first ever genome sequencing of the Jamun Tree or 𝐃𝐫𝐤𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢 have been completed by which of the following? Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, Indian Agricultural Research Institute, Indian Institute of Science or Forest Research Institute. The correct answer is option A, Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research. Recently, researchers at the Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, Bhopal, that is IISER Bhopal, have completed the first ever genome sequencing of the Jamun tree, 𝐃𝐫𝐤𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢. Also known as the jambulan or black plum tree, this tropical tree belongs to the Myrtaceae plant family. Its habitat spans the Indian subcontinent and Southeast Asia. Within the 𝐃𝐫𝐤𝐬𝐡𝐭𝐢 genus, there are 1,193 recognized species, Jamun being one of them. The tree is adaptable to various soil types. However, to achieve optimal yield and healthy growth, deep, loamy and well-drained soils are preferred. It also thrives in saline and waterlogged conditions. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, recently seen in the news, the Kopili Falls zone is located in which of the following regions of India? Western India, Western Ghats, Deccan Plateau or Northeastern? The correct answer is option D, Northeastern. Recently, the researchers from the Indian Institute of Geomagnetism have identified seismogenic liquefaction features in the active Kopili Fault zone. This geological feature is a lineament stretching 300 km in length and 50 km in width, located in the northeastern region of India. It spans from the western side of Manipur to the converging point of Bhutan, Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. Positioned near the Himalayan frontal thrust, this area is known for its seismic activity, being in the most vulnerable seismic hazard zone 5, encompassing a tectonic depression filled by the alluvium of the Kopili River and its tributaries. The Kopili Fault zone has a history of significant seismic events. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, recently paleontologists have found a new type of mosquito named Libanoculex intermedius from which of the following? Egypt, Turkey, Lebanon or Iran? The correct answer is option C, Lebanon. Recently, paleontologists have found a new type of mosquito named Libanoculex intermedius in 125 million year old amber from Lebanon. It shows that mosquitoes existed in the early Cretaceous period. The amber from Lebanon is special because it has many ancient plants and insects trapped inside. This new mosquito is not only a new species but also part of a new, now extinct group called Libanoculeciniae. The male mosquitoes of this species had parts of piercing and sharp teeth, which means they might have also fed on blood, not just the females. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, sometimes seen in the news, the Kalakkad Mundanthurai Tiger Reserve is located in which of the following? Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh or Telangana? The correct answer is option B, Tamil Nadu. Recently, the researchers from the Botanical Survey of India have identified a new plant species in the Kalakkad Mundanthurai Tiger Reserve in Tamil Nadu. It has been named Impatiens karupusami. Kalakkad Mundanthurai Tiger Reserve is a tropical wet evergreen forest and is situated in the Tirunelveli district of Tamil Nadu. It includes 3 sanctuaries, that is Kalakkad, Mundanthurai and part of Kanyakumari sanctuary, with portions of Tirunelveli Forest Division of the state. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Last question is, consider the following statements regarding the Article 99 of the UN Charter. 1. It is non-binding in nature. 2. It has never been evoked. 3. It gives discretionary powers to the UN Secretary General. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3 or none? The correct answer is option A, only 1. Recently, amid Israel's ongoing military attacks on the Gaza Strip, particularly in its southern region, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has invoked Article 99 of the UN Charter in a bid to establish a ceasefire. The UN Charter is the founding document of the United Nations. Based on the powers conferred through it, the UN can take action on a wide variety of issues. The Charter is considered an international treaty, meaning UN member states are bound by it. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. The provision has been rarely invoked. Past examples include the upheaval in the Republic of the Congo in 1960, following the end of Belgium's colonial rule, and a complaint by Tunisia in 1961 against France's naval and air forces launching an attack. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. It states the Secretary General may bring to the attention of the Security Council any matter which, in his opinion, may threaten the maintenance of international peace and security. It is seen as a discretionary power. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. Recently seen in the news, Mera, Gaon, Meri, Dharohar project is an initiative of which of the following ministries? Ministry of Culture, Ministry of Rural Development, Ministry of Panchayati Raj, or Ministry of Tourism? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.